All right, so first of all, we're going to learn Git. So what is Git? Why do we need it? So Git is a distributed version control system. So basically, it's a system that's going to record changes to our files over time. And we can recall any specific version of those files at any given time, and that in itself is going to save a lot of time. It also allows many people to easily collaborate on a project, and that way they can all have their own version of that project on their computer to work in on their own time. Now, let me just explain why we're using it. Then I'll give you a short example. So just imagine that you have started doing a website for a client. And one of your clients sent you a website design, and they wanted you to code it. Then you created a project on your computer, built the web app, and send in the website link to the client, right? And the client gets a link, looks at that, and then at some point in time, he sends you back an email and says, you know what, I don't like that the sidebar is pink. Maybe we could change the sidebar theme to red, let's say. And then you say, okay. And then you did all the changes, and you reloaded all the files, and you changed everything that they wanted to, and you send it back with a link. And then at some point in time, let's say they don't like the header or some other part of the project. And then they say, well, you know what? We need to take this over here, move that over there, and change the header, and so on and so forth. So you'll do those changes, you'll reload them, send those changes back, and then a few days later, they'll get back to you, and back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And they would say, we're really sorry, but we think that the original design is what we want. I don't know if that ever happens to you, but it happens all the time. So as a professional, you will remove all the changes that you did, revert back to the original design, and then reload the project, and then send the link back. Now, at some point in time, this process would get a little bit frustrating and sometimes even boring, and you're going to lose that sort of will and foresight to make all the changes in your project folder. So at that point in time, version control, or maintaining a version control system, makes this process very easy to manage. So it's thanks to a version control system that we can make different versions of folders if we like. So we will create the initial website, and the client always comes back and says, yeah, I want to change this and that, so what are we going to do? Then you duplicate that folder into one that's called version 2. And then just make the changes in there, and then upload that. Then if you want to do another change, create version 3, version 4, etc. So then in that way, if they ever say, oh, you know what, sorry, let's go back to version 2 or version 1, you don't have to recode anything at all. All you have to do is reload the version that they want now. So that's only one of the advantages of Git. Okay, so some of the other advantages of version control systems are you don't have to store all the versions of a project on your local computer. Yeah, that could be messy. It's going to eat up a lot of space on your hard drive, so wouldn't it be better just using Git? Git allows you to store all versions of projects in just one directory. So you're going to have the version history, and then you could always use any version that you want to, whichever one suits the project at the time. So, of course, that's really awesome. Now, sure, it's going to save you a lot of time. It will also allow you to work on new features without messing up that main version by the help of something that we call branch, which we'll touch on and learn about a little deeper later on. But another one of the most important benefits of Git is it will easily allow you to collaborate with other developers if you're working in a team. So we can collaborate with other developers and work as a team just to sync up the code to GitHub. Now, another topic that we're going to learn is GitHub. So GitHub is indeed an online service that hosts our projects so that we can more easily share code with other developers on our team or others who want to be on our team. Now, those developers can download the projects, work on them on their different machines, and we could all reload our edits and then merge them into the main code base. All right, so now Git and GitHub are great tools used by many developers. But now you don't really need to know anything before you start this course. That's just a short introduction to Git and GitHub. So in the next tutorial, we are going to set it up on our computer. All right, so we'll take a short break here and we'll come back in the next lesson.